The Lighthouse Island plays a huge part in the Tarkov endgame. To reach it, the player has to complete a series of tasks given by the mechanic, to then be able to acquire a strange looking item, to then be able to cross the bridge and set foot upon the shores of the Lightkeeper's Island. Lightkeeper offers the player a handful of difficult tasks that are fun for the player to undertake, promising the player incredible rewards for completing them. But in receiving this peculiar item, the player does not only unlock the Lightkeeper's tasks, the player also unlocks the gateway to riches, the spoils of the seas. This video will give you an in-depth loot guide to the entire Lighthouse Island. I'm live almost every day on twitch.tv/JopperDipper. Come hang out in the stream and hope you enjoy the video. So when I run the Lightkeeper Island, this is the gear I usually bring, or something like this. I choose to bring a high caliber gun for long range fights, such as an SR-25 or in this case an MDR. I bring a lightweight armor, like the DRD body armor, which only weighs 4 kilograms. I bring a headset, and I'll bring a rig that has space for loot, as well as a large bag. In this raid, I choose to bring the Blackjack bag, since it is a little bit lighter than the 6S Age 118, but this one has a couple more slots, which might be worth it taking. For the container, this is what I would bring in a Kappa container. I would bring an injector's case with these stims, 2 Propitals, an Abdolbus 2, a Sagustin, ETG. These 3 stims will be for saving you if you get into a fight, and these 2 are to carry out the heavy loot. The keys that you will need for this map are the Raider Station Commandant Room key, the Shared Bedroom marked key, as well as the Conference Room key. I choose to bring these in a separate Ginger keychain, and I choose to have an empty docs case, since you do find a lot of intel folders, diaries, SAS drives, and stuff like that that can go in here. You also find a lot of keys in the drawers and in the jacket. This is the setup I'd run with a Gamma container. I'd have Alusplint, I'll have the same injector's case, and I will put the keys in the docs case instead of the keychain. Make sure to leave 1 empty space for loot in case you find a vertex or something like that. I choose to bring a Meldonin this raid. This all helps with getting to the island quicker. The only downside is you will be losing hydration and hunger faster. That is also why I bring a max energy drink. You can bring either food or water, it doesn't really matter what you bring, as long as you'll have something to rehydrate yourself. So this is a map of Lighthouse. I have drawn out red arrows from each of the PMC spawns, which are these yellow arrows across the map. And the red arrows will kind of show you the direction that I would take if I spawn in these spawns. So if you spawn along the shoreline here, you just want to run along the coast up towards the bridge and then cross. If you spawn Southern Road or this spawn up here on the mountains, you just want to hug the edge of the water here to avoid any players that spawn over in these spawns. If you spawn in this area around the chalets, you want to go down to the bottom of the mountain to avoid the people who spawn at the top, and also avoid the people who spawn close to the water, since you'll be burning down in the ditch next to the road. If you get any of the northern mountain spawns, I would suggest just resetting past the shoreline, since it is not worth it running across the entire map. The same is if you spawn in this spawn by the village. Just run straight out and reset. If you spawn by the Seaside Vacation, which is this spawn over here, I would very much suggest that you take it very carefully, because you are going to be burning into players whether you like it or not. I usually post up on this little hill right here and watch over the shore. I lay there for about 2 minutes and just scope out the shore, because these players, these 3 spawns right here, will be pushing you. If you don't see anybody in about 2 minutes, you can start running close to the forest here, and then you'll just follow the same arrows as before. So when you get to the bridge here, there are some certain spawns you should know about. There are food spawns on top of this here, and also in this trunk. On this here, you can be spawns in that trunk right there. There's spawns in here, and also a weapon crate here. It's a nade box here. In this little box there are spawns, rare spawns, as well as in this broken crate right here. On top of these crates there can be ammo spawn. There are food spawns along here. There's ammo spawns here. There's a rare spawn on this table right here. And there's a PC that can spawn right here. Directly here to the left, there's the duffel bag spawn. And then we enter the first building. All these tables, there are food spawns. It could be sugar or moonshine. And then you run up. Inside these green cabinet here, there are rare spawns on these shelves. Beware, the items can spawn inside the shelves. So just look for the white little dot. Check all along here. There are also weapon spawns in this cabinet here. And now it's time for me to open the conference room key. You got rare spawns and stims in this shelf right here. So you just check in all the shelves and you'll find them. You also got a rare spawn on top of the safe here. You unfortunately cannot open the safe, but you can find something on top of the safe. There's also rare spawns all along the table here, and they can spawn a PC right under here. When you run down, there's an intel spawn in here, plus ammo spawns on this chair right here. You want to check these jackets. Then you want to proceed to the kitchen. They can spawn food spawns on all of these like surfaces here, so you want to check all of them. That can be all from sugar to moonshine as well as here and here, here and here. Now we're gonna run into this shack. This is just tech crates. You'll find a lot of tech items in here. Just normal barter items, not really anything fancy. Check along the floor as well for spawns. And then you want to take the jacket. Inside the back of this truck, there are weapon part spawns. Can be suppressors inside. Gonna run in here. So let's check this PC. And that's why you check the PCs, guys. We're gonna continue along the bottom floor. There's spawns in this shelf right here. Take this PC. There's a rare spawn beneath this screen right here. Can't open the safe. Gonna continue along the bottom floor. You will continue in here. Inside this shirt here, there is a spawn for tech items. Then you also got a spawn inside this little brown box here. Set up. Just continue along the top floor. There's food spawns in this green basket here. And this is the marked room. The marked room is a little bit tricky here. There are spawns all along the floor here. You see there's a badge right here. And there's also a horse spawn, Raven. And they can just be on the table here as well, the jacket. You want to follow along here. You see what this fan hat is. You want to just follow along. Check the beds. Continue checking the floor and this bunk bed here. Well, you want to check all around here for spawns on the floor. Then you can follow around. There can be spawns on the floor below here. And that's it. Then you want to continue in here. Inside this toilet, there's a rare spawn, just like that. Then you want to come to the far end here, and there's a weapon box inside this tower. And then it's time to head out. So at this point, I'm gonna drop these 2 rigs that are full, just right here, and hide them, so that I don't have to run around being overweight the entirety of the run. In these shelves, there's spawns. Down here, weapon part. And come around here. On here, and also on the floor in the middle here, there are some bar item spawns. Plus in this little shelf right here. You can get food and ammo spawns on these barrels and this thing here. Then you want to continue over to the shore. Get ammo spawns on this green container here. Diego BP. As well as in here. In here you can get some pretty good weapon spawns or weapon mods. And in this crate you got a rare spawn. Now it's time to continue the loot run on the upper part. You could choose to leave the run here if you feel like you got enough loot or if you don't have enough time. But there's a second part that has kind of a lot of loot. Let's run up here and then check these boxes. There's some food spawns and some stuff here that you can check. And then you want to run into this little guard tower here. You check all along here. And in these shelves. Don't get confused if you get a white dot, because there might be something that spawned on the other side here that you can see through the wall. There are med and food spawns all along this couch here. They got a golden star. There's also spawns inside these shelves. You got a PC in here. You got rare spawns on top of the safe. Beware, they can spawn inside this map thing on top, so you gotta check the white dot. And then you want to check the safe. You can spawn some jackets and duffel bags here, so you just be aware of that. And then you want to enter this room. There can be some good rare tech item spawns here on the floor, so just be aware of that. You can check the floor inside here, as well as inside here. There's some ammo spawns here that you can check. Then you want to run up this metal stairs. Weapon attachments here. You got rare spawns in this broken box right here. Weapon attachments all along here. And then you got a grenade box here. Then you can drop down if you're... You can drop down like that. You can do it without taking damage, I'm just a little bit clumsy. Run here. This jacket at this wall. You got weapon attachments in this shelf right here. All along down here in the little mechanic place, you can find barter items. And in these shelves, you can find some more barter items. In these shelves, you can find some tech and barter items, and you want to just check this share here for rare spawns as well. You can just have a little look over in this corner, since they can spawn rare spawns on the floor right there. Now let's move over to the next building. There are ammo spawns here that you can check. And this dead scav has rare spawns around his legs. And you can also check him while you're here. Grenade box on this little cabinet. Inside this pile of books or whatever, you can find some good stuff, as well as stuff inside of these bookshelves. You can get ammo spawns on these green crates right here. Now it's time to open the third room, which is the radar station commandment room key. There's rare spawns on top of this table right here, as well as in these bookshelves here. You can find a jacket on this hanger right here, and then weapon parts here on this PC right here. In here, you can find rare tech and just normal tech items on the floor. You want to run in here, and then you want to run out into the basement. It can be food spawns and I guess money on that box there. Now you want to run to the top floor. Open this door, and you want to look very carefully on the floor here. They can spawn gold items and rare tech items on this floor right here between these doors. So you might want to hover around with your mouse, see if you can see the white dot. Then you want to check all of the surfaces here, those here, see all the dims and stuff, and the golden stars. All the surfaces have med spawns on them. Now you want to run out to the roof. This is gold spawn on top of this here. You can also get ammo spawns here, and there's an ammo crate here. Get ammo in here, and that is basically the run complete. Now what I do is I run down here and I check this box on my way out. Check it on your way in or your way out, it doesn't really matter. Now it's time to run down to my other rigs. We got 15 minutes. And I was pretty slow this run, so you can probably do it a lot quicker, depending on what spawn you get and stuff like that. Hope it all cancels out the damage you take from the Abdulbos, and you can carry all the heavy loot out from the raid. So this is what I managed to get out of that raid. I managed to get some pretty decent loot. And yeah, this takes about, 40 minutes, half an hour to do. And you can do this all over again with minimal risk. Yeah, that's really good.